The language of energy interpretation and intuitive integration. When we are peacefully rested in our most true and authentic place, our most conscious and aware presence, we don't usually think of getting a massage or asking for assistance or getting some sort of body work or healing. We usually want these services when, for example, when an energy is triggered or something has become unrepressed or to the surface of our attention, or erratic electricity is moving in our nervous system, or we're feeling a lot of emotions or thoughts that we can see has taken us for a ride, or a pain is persisting, or an old pattern is running. Whatever the situation it is that has arisen, your body is talking. During these scenarios, it's helpful to have body therapy because whatever is occurring, you are feeling it in your body. And the body has layers, and it's always deeper than just your physical body. Because when you are feeling not at peace or in some kind of pain or discomfort, what part of you knows that? Your nervous system. You feel anything because you have nerves. What is aware that your nerves are sensing something? Your consciousness. So these are all the layers that come together in a session. This is what I refer to as intuitive integration. So what then is energy interpretation? Well, I read energy, patterns, and how they are held in the body. I see it, I feel it, and in the seeing and the feeling of it, I read it. And then I guide you through feeling it and seeing it. And together, we open our hearts to it. And there are different ways of doing this. It unfolds naturally and intuitively, different each time based on each situation and each person. On your end, it just takes trust and openness and willingness. It's good to remember that it's not a weakness to ask for help with something. Softening our resistance to receive shows strength, not weakness. So if you're feeling vulnerable because an energy has you engaged in your mind, body, and you're looking for home base, it's helpful to have someone who can see and read energy and hold up a lantern to the blind spots and walk with you back to home base. Also, another misperception that's worth noting is receiving assistance in this way does not mean that you are giving over your self-control to another, which is difficult for a lot of people. It's just a relaxing and an opening to receive, to turn the kaleidoscope that is you, rather than holding it in a fixed place. It's allowing potential configurations of all parts and perceptions. I understand completely that this is a challenge sometimes. I remember specific times when people in the helping professions tried to help me, mostly when I was younger and unfamiliar with what it felt like in the body to be needing to release something held in repression and resentment. In college, freshman year, the school psychologist tried to help me, and I rejected her in defiance and in anger. I was too full of emotion to allow someone to help me. I needed to work through my emotions on my own before I could let somebody else touch them. And in shaman school, my teachers saw something in my energy body. I'll never forget that day. They could see it, but I could not. I could only feel it. And when they saw it, it brought it out. It went rushing through my nervous system and it made me dizzy. But when they asked me if I wanted help, I said, no, I'm okay. But I wasn't, and I knew it, and they knew it, but I just was not ready to accept it. And and in these examples, I regret not accepting help when I did actually need it. But I just wasn't ready, and so I understand. I understand when that happens. So unclenching the hold we have on our kaleidoscope, sometimes it takes intuitive, heart-filled creativity. Integration is another word for healing. I prefer it because we're simply allowing with consciousness the whatever it is to be accepted or welcomed or allowed into and as part of the whole, integrated in. We are opening or widening our hearts and compassion to whatever is there to be seen, to be seen, to be felt, to be acknowledged, to be received. It's already there. It has been sectioned off by the mind and by not wanting to feel it. So integration is when we just allow it into the now of wholeness with acceptance, of felt accepting. We feel it into integration. And as we are widening and stretching our outcasted parts and energies, etc., energy transmutes. Energy that is accepted and relaxed into transmutes. The mind body and the consciousness is including it and releasing it. It's both an including and a letting go of. We embody the totality of ourself with our consciousness in the now. The present holds everything. The nothingness holds everything. In this widening of our perceptions, allowing our kaleidoscope to be unstatic, we integrate ourself into ourself. We walk all parts of ourself home into the now, our home base. Namaste.